So you know what? Since Maul is here, let's hop into that next topic with the breakdancing shit.
All right. Which one you got? I'm just do mine, okay?
Yo,
Yeah,
for
you
real,
the pro continues one. That's the one we just looked at, right?
hip hop is the only thing. Like even the government, like you got to pay taxes to live in this goddamn country. Like hip hop and stuff we created is the only thing like in the world that's not taxed. Like why is shit that we created not taxed? Like it should be a tax on hip hop. If you break dance, nigga, you should drop 35 cent in the break dance hip hop Hall of Fame or something, or the hip hop charity coalition or something. You know what I'm saying? Like you should
So
be
I
able
got
to,
I got
unless
a
you donate
question.
to the cause.
So how do you assess a tax against somebody that's participating in hip hop?
It's not an attack. It's just like this hip hop. Let me hold some, man. Let me hold you want my shit. Let me hold some. Let me hold some. It's our shit. JG Wentworth's my shit, and I want it now. You know what I'm saying? Like fuck you talking about? You using my shit? I don't get attacked. If you break dance again, you owe me $5, nigga. I'm gonna break your fucking leg, and you won't break it.
So you say anybody that's culturally not a part of the culture to take part in the culture, they should have to pay like a gatekeeping a gate tax or something like that.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So to your point, somebody like Eminem should be giving up 2% of his earnings.
To
Is that
black communities, the cultural hip hop, the pioneers of hip hop, like a charitable cause. Yeah,
okay? That
Well,
makes sense.
Michael Jackson got him.
yeah.
Yeah,
Just
What you
Michael
mean?
Jackson
What you
took
mean?
his own catalog. Michael Jackson took his
Mike did.
catalog.
Mike did,
Took
Mike,
whose catalog?
what Eminem
Eminem.
catalog?
and now
Yeah.
he's dead.
He said now he's dead.
Oh my god, Eminem killed Michael Jackson. You saying?
I think so.
Oh shit. That hip hop shit went to fucking. I thought only R&B artists go to jail for sex crimes. I didn't know
Yeah.
R&B artists get involved in violence now. Hip hop and R&B got beef now.
Hey man,
What the fuck?
it's horrible, bro.
All right, so let's check out this video, man, so we could talk about this, man.
Yeah, let's do it.
This is very viral over the weekend. We haven't been on the Daily Wealth for like 2 weeks and stuff, but you know, there's a lot of things that happen. But this is one of the things that happened. So let's check it out. 1, 2, and 3.
He looked like he break dancing without drugs in him. Like,
That's
you,
a woman, yo.
That's a woman.
oh
Right?
my gosh, she needs some drugs in her. Son, I'm sorry to say it. Like real break dancing wasn't sober people. Like to really like when bass first came out and good drugs was out, and you got that first hit, and you was like, oh. Ooh, like that's what caused that pop and lock and all that break dancing. You know what I'm saying? So some break dancers need to try some good drugs and maybe they'll break dance a little better. He was a little dry.
You know what? I want to say this very quick. 2 things. The first thing is I see some attempt at showcasing some good technique in some things. Like her floor rocking is okay. It's some part like
No,
you get sort of snippets of what you think is gonna be okay. Like the backspin was cool to me. The floor rocking, some of it, I would say 90% of it is trash, but there's little snippets in there that you like, okay, she's trying. But then you hear later on when you read the commentary for the judges that she got actual 0 points. You like, okay, no, I understand. Yeah, a big part, man, and this is my first time that I've actually seen the whole video, right?
There's one more dance that they didn't show on the video that I had.
Yeah, so the one that I saw,
times.
the one that I saw, she started hopping around like she was doing a bunny hop or some shit.
Yeah, and then the
right?
kangaroo.
Yeah, the kangaroo shit. I would say that most of what I've seen, though, despite some symbol slightly. She looks like a baby having a fit on the floor most of the time. You know, so that's what I wanted to add.
Who's
And
the black that won? It wasn't it a black guy that won, like from, I don't know where he's from. He's not from America though, but it was a black guy that won, I think.
Nah,
I don't know, but I do know
black guy didn't win.
I do know that when you look at some of the other contestants from the other country, both male and female, I mean, you see real technique and really skilled breakers. You know what I mean? So one of the other stories that I read too about her, what's her name? Raygun, right?
Rachel
Gunn,
Gunn, aka Raygun.
right. One of the other things that I heard too about her, and one of the things that people were speculating about is like, how does she even qualify? You know, to even make it to the Olympics. So before we speak any further about this, I came across this video where a news outlet in her own country is criticizing her. So check this out.
Look, I'm as ready to applaud someone having a go as the next person, but that doesn't mean that every child must win a prize. I mean, all credit to our magnificent Olympian team that's bringing back a record swag of medals, but a dud performance is a dud performance. There's no point pretending otherwise. I mean, breakdancing was one of those new sports introduced to us at Paris. At best, it's a cross between dancing and gymnastics. I mean, what you can see there is some brilliant people at a recent Red Bull competition. That's what it's supposed to look like. Unfortunately, our competitor, Rachel Gunn, a 36-year-old university lecturer who wrote her thesis on gender in Sydney's breakdancing scene, well, she got precisely 0 points in 3 rounds of competition. But anyone who says that she's a pretty ordinary performer, well, those criticisms have been called out as misogyny. Now, come on, if we want to compete, female or male even, you've got to accept the umpire's decision and the views of those who watch what you do. Former Socceroo Craig Foster has hit out at it and said that anyone who's criticising Gunn is un-Australian. Now, give me a break. Any way you cut it, her performances were crap. How on earth did she even qualify? But if you listen to the Prime Minister, she's a role model, he says, who should be praised for having a crack. Now, come on. I thought the whole point of the Olympics was to celebrate competition, not mere participation. What a waste of taxpayers' money. And what a cheap shot to claim justifiable criticism isn't allowed because Gunn's a woman. I mean, that's embarrassing to all the magnificent other female athletes who have excelled.
And smashed her. Fuck, they smashed her in her hometown. She might have to move to America or something.
So,
but you know what? You just move to America.
But so like they had to select somebody to represent Australia to be a part of the breaking team.
Yeah.
Now Raygun has a PhD in breakdancing.
I don't know what the fuck
What
that dissertation looked like.
Dr. Raygun.
Yeah.
When you throw the women's role in anything and shit, and you write a dissertation on that, like this is the time for you to like that's a brilliant way to get your doctorate.
Yeah. In a timely way too. It's a good time to explore that as well.
Yeah. She's like me at the nightclub, and somebody's like crump dancing on me. I'm like, well, bitch, what the fuck you talking about? What the fuck? I could do my motherfucking shit. That's exactly what she was in the Olympics, yo. The fuck was all about that? Like, I watched this, man, live, man, like, and it was some talented girls.
Yeah.
But let me talk about something else. And I know Z about to hit it. You know what I'm saying? Z, you could just, I'm gonna alley-oop it to you right after that. The one thing that I didn't notice when I started watching the show, I'm watching the actual breaking of the Olympics, because it started off with the girls, then it went off to the guys. They showed the judges. There was only one black dude there with a cameo flat top. He looked like feedback, bro.
There was no Spanish people there, like because Quick Carrots once said Puerto Ricans helped create hip hop.
Look,
So
nigga, hold on, Mo, hold up. I looked at the DJs. I don't know what they were. They would look Caucasian to me. I'm like, hold up, where's Kid Capri? Where's Jazzy Jeff? Where's Pete Rock? Where's D Nice? Where's Spinderella?
A few moments later.
This is just man, I hate to always be like feel like I'm like throwing white people under the bus, man, but like this is what happens when you try to commoditize a culture without using the people that built the culture. There's a brother here by the name of Dabbles, D-A-B-L-S. He has a African bead museum. He has beads in his museum. Some of them are over 10,000 years old.
Wow.
Right. But he makes a distinction to not call it art. He said art is a European concept. Africans never had art. Africans had culture. Art is what you do when you try to make something look pretty and you're doing it for the aesthetic of it. But culture has an actual function. White people don't understand that. Right. So you see them get a hold of our culture and try to make their art with it. And they make fools of themselves damn near all the time. That's not to say that a white person can't be a good breakdancer. They can be athletic, they can do whatever. But what you can't is if a good breakdancer who doesn't understand the culture is just a gymnast. You know what I'm saying? If you're not brought up in hip hop culture, if you don't have an understanding of Black culture, if you don't have an understanding of New York culture, if you don't have an understanding of 80s culture, right? You don't have an understanding of what it takes to be a B-boy or a B-girl. And the vast majority of white people, man, they try to make art out of our culture.
I'm back.
And it's embarrassing. Somebody, I don't blame her. I don't blame the Olympics. I blame, for one, breakdancing has never really been, right? But breakdancing has always been underground. The second that we create this underground is brought above ground, it turns into this shit, right? So this is no different than Ice Ice Baby. You know what I'm saying? This is no different than Homeboys in Outer Space. You know what I mean? Like, this is no different than just that shit when they get a hold of our culture and try to create art with it, man. So it's frustrating. I think all of them need to be slapped. But I also think that we need to keep our shit to ourselves. And not everything is necessarily meant to be commoditized, man. Like, sometimes the best place to leave something is in the basement. You know what I'm saying? Because you're not doing it for the money, you're doing it for the culture. And that's when you do it for the money, and when it comes commoditized and when they get their hands on it, it just turns into something else.
I'm lost for words to actually what to say. Like, we're so welcoming as a culture.
The tax that she should be paying.
Hold up, bro.
Yeah.
We're so welcoming as a culture. You know what I mean? Oh, come on, come through. Check out my spear. Like you said, Z, it's not art. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's more artifacts than anything, And come check it out. They'll come through. They'll be fascinated by, like, wow. Next thing you know it. Oh, you like this stuff? Well, let me show you this stuff. Now you're seeing them with dashikis on and stuff like that, and dressed like an African. You know what I mean? Then they marry an African, on top of that. Now they can tell you what African is all about, or they study hip hop and they teach you, and it's cool because hip hop is a religion. You know what I'm saying? But it's certain things that need to be hours and hours alone, and it's like it's our fault. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's like, and not to be racist, you know what I mean? It's just certain things, like our culture has been stolen for so many, especially hip hop. You know what I'm saying? And then demonized and monetized, and And then you got breakdancing. That's all we had left was breakdancing. That was a good culture that we still had on lock, right? And when I was watching the Olympics, man, I didn't see people pop locking. I seen a lot of aerodynamics and ground floor exercises, and you know what I'm saying. And then they'll do the feet. What is the feet called? What is that just called? The kick? What is that called?
The windmill.
No, not the windmill. When they just starting off like
Footwork.
Yeah, that's the up rock.
The upright. Yeah. Then they went down. But I didn't see any pop locking at all, which was interesting.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
It was go ahead, bro.
Just what I just want to say quick is what I would have liked to see, because this is obviously the first year of breakdancing being a part of the Olympics, which I was really excited about.
That was the last year, bro.
Oh, it was last year. Was the first year?
No, this is the last year. They're not doing it.
Oh, they're not doing it again. So this was a test sort of thing. All right. Yeah. So, but I was excited even with it being the first and last. I'm not even surprised that it's the last year. But what I would have liked to see is given the origin story of breakdancing and it being a foundational element in hip hop culture, and hip hop culture arguably being the thing that has joined or created a global culture, I would have liked to see at the very least some of the pioneers involved or celebrated at the beginning of the event. And I don't know if that happened perhaps at a separate event that just wasn't televised. Z, you're probably right that it didn't happen, but let's just say
it wasn't. Right? Nobody was mentioned.
So one of the other things too is with me is that how would you have people commentating on something that is new to the Olympics, but perhaps has no technical knowledge of it? So they're just reading shit off of a paper. And that's me speculating. That's me just assuming that the people that they pick, the judges or the commentators to speak on it, are not breakers, right? And even if they were,
I think they were.
Okay. And even if they were, right, that's cool. But why wouldn't we be able to see members of the Rocksteady crew serving as the commentators?
Yeah, Crazy Legs.
Why can't you have Crazy Legs, Ken Swift up there serving as commentators? Right? Because the truth is that no matter where you are in this world, if you're a breaker, those are the guys you look towards, right? So there's not a single Japanese breaker, right, or German breaker, or wherever in Europe or American that doesn't know, idolize, and revere Rocksteady crew. You know what I mean? So how could we and this is the thing, right? To your point, Z, it's like shit just becomes so disposable. And there's no demand set by us to say, this is not happening. You know what I mean? So that's just what I wanted to say.
I think the female part, I think it was a female from Japan. The female side was a female from Japan, and then the male side, it was a guy from Canada, but who happens to be Asian as well.
Okay, that's fair.
So I don't know if he was Chinese or I don't know if he was Japanese. He's just living in Canada, representing Canada, but he definitely was Asian.
But the Asian thing, I mean, cool, it's representation, but that's not who created breaking. We know Asians copy everything and shit. So cool that Asians are there. If you don't have New Yorkers there, if you don't have black people there, you don't have the core of what you need for it to be relevant. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I don't. Go ahead, Z. I'm sorry.
Nah, that's all it is.
I just wanted to say also too, I doubt seriously that had they reached out to Crazy Legs, Ken Swift, or Bobito, that or Tony Touch, they would have said, nah, we don't want to do it. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like I seriously, Mr. Wiggles, I doubt they would have said, nah, we're not interested in being commentators for the Olympic event. I mean, for the breakdancing event. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's what I wanted to say.
Well,
man, I think they gave it. I think they just gave it a good try. they could have embraced the culture a little more when it came to being part of the Olympics. You know, more culture vultureism going on. They could have embraced it a little more, you know,
Yeah.
but they didn't, and they gave it a good try. You know, probably that's why they're not having it back because you know it wasn't authentic, man. It wasn't.
Yeah.
It wasn't real. So, but they gave it a good try. That's all I can say. You know.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
It was exciting. It was exciting. Other than that, and I have seen in the culture of pop culture, I have seen things that just made me just blew my mind. Pause. Prince when he first came out, I Want to Be Your Lover. That was very polarizing, right?
I'm just curious, what was polarizing about that?
He had a G-string on.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I ain't got no money. And so like that, and that was like a great hit, right? Whitney Houston smoking crack, you know.
Okay.
Who the hell did that polarize?
Man, that was like one of the worst moments in Black history. What are you talking about? Whitney Houston smoking crack?
Okay, so a bad moment in Black history is Whitney Houston. I agree with that.
It was polarized. Like, damn, not Whitney Houston. Come on, she's
Okay.
the Black American legend. Like she, like you know that kind of like messed me up.
I got you.
The slap that was heard across the world.
Okay. The recent slap you're talking about.
How many slaps was it?
No. I mean recent as in Willard and Chris.
Yeah, Willard and Chris. Right?
Okay.
The slap.
The slap. The
Right? And now Raygun. She's the worst breakdancer, but she is legendary in the Olympics. Nobody will never forget that.
Yeah, I wouldn't trade places with Raygun right now, though.
She got back home. They was loving her.
You think so?
The irony is she's now a part of the culture, whether we like it or not.
I guess so. Yeah.
We accept you, Ray.
different.
We accept you, Ray. Keep
No,
on,
the fuck we
keep
don't.
on breaking. Keep on trying.
No, the fuck we don't.
Keep on trying, baby.
Boy, you said we love Ray, huh?
Yeah, we take everybody, man. You know, Black culture. We take listen, everything Black culture. We the only culture that accept everybody. Like even when it come to gangs, like all right, we could have a gang, right? And they be like, all right, if you white, you could be a blood, you could be a Crip. If you Spanish, you could be a blood or you could be a Crip. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no Black Aryan nations. You know what I'm saying? Like, so when it come to hip hop, you know, it's just a Black thing. We embrace everybody. You know what I'm saying? We fought for freedom for everybody. Little do y'all know. You know, the four founders of freedom and hip hop made hip hop and fought for freedom for all of you people. You know what I'm saying? Just acknowledge what we bring to the table. That's it. Just tip your hats off to us. You know what I'm saying?
No, they're not. They're not gonna do that. They're gonna take it and run with it. You know what I'm saying?
Just tip your hats off to us, man, before we start purging out this bitch. You know what I'm saying?